Good morning, students. Once again, welcome back. Here I am going to bringing for you conceptual physics class of your class 11. And if you know, the concept is the most important and vital part of physics, which is the most important part of understanding. So you have to focus on concept first of all. Okay, then you must understand the physics. So for you, I am going to discuss here a conceptual physics class for you. Okay, and in this class, in the first today, I am going to discuss the vectors and scalar quantity, which is the most important part of kinematics. Okay, let's see basic concept which I am going to discuss. Okay, and this is my first period for you. So before discussing what is scalar quantity, the scalar quantity is defined as the physical quantity having only magnitude but has no direction. Here some examples are: mass is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude but has no direction. Similarly, speed, distance, time, volume, density, temperature are few examples of scalar quantity, and all this quantity can be expressed only by the magnitude as well as but has no direction, right? Okay, note it down here. The scalar quantity usually consists of two parts. First part is magnitude and second part is unit. For example, mass of gold is 25 gram. Here is the number 25 is the magnitude and gram is the unit of mass. What is vector quantity? A vector quantity is defined as the physical quantity having both magnitude as well as direction. Vector is represented by lowercase alphabet by an arrow mark on the top, letter U, and there is an arrow mark. Okay, right? Some example of vector quantity: linear momentum, acceleration, displacement, momentum, angular velocity, force, electric field, polarization are the some of the examples of vector quantity. You can enlist more example of the vector quantity and why they are vector quantity. Okay, let us try. And a vector quantity usually has three parts. It consists of three parts. The first part is magnitude, second part is unit, and third part is direction. So dear student, you see the first and second part is the scalar part, and third part is the directional nature. For example, velocity of a car is 60 km per hour due to east. Here magnitude is 60, which is a number, which is the first part, and scalar part. Second part is the unit, which is kilometer per hours, and third part is the direction, which is east. Okay, thus a vector quantity has three parts. Okay, magnitude, units, and direction. And first part and second part is the scalar part. Third part is the showing the direction. Difference between scalar and vector quantity, student note down it. Okay, look at and note it down. How to represent vector quantity? A vector quantity is represented in a number of ways, including geometrically. A vector is represented by an arrow mark where the length of the arrow represents the vector's magnitude and the arrowhead points in the direction of the vector. Already it is discussed. The length of the vector is its magnitude, which is its positive scalar. Vector quantity is usually represented by letter X having an arrow mark on the top. Algebraically, a vector is written as a number with a plus and a minus sign in front of it to indicate the direction. A plus sign indicates the pointing right or up, while minus sign indicates pointing left or down. In two dimensions, A vector is represented by a number for the magnitude and an angle for direction. Okay. So types of vectors here I am going to discuss, and to discuss vividly whether 10 types of vectors. Just you note out the list of 10 types of vectors. Here will be discussed in my second period, which is first point null vector or zero vector, unit vector, position vector, co-initial vector, like and unlike vectors, coplanar vector, collinear vector, equal vector, displacement vector, and negative vector. So each vector will be discussed briefly in my next periods, in my second period. So I am going to discuss. So I hope you will watch that class and will discuss the different types of vectors one by one. So here is an assignment for you. Some of the examples, some of the questions has been for you. Okay, and try for the questions, try for the assignment, right?